I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Bears.
Time to see this Bengals offense here as they get set for their first drive, and under center, of course, is the #1 pick in the 2020 draft, now in year number 2, Joe Burrow.
And what a rookie season he had indeed. A knee injury knocked him out in week 11 at Washington. And while the Bengals only won 2 of his 10 starts, I think everyone around the league and anyone who watched the NFL came away impressed. 13 touchdowns, just 5 interceptions, nearly 270 yards a game passing, the 3rd most by a rookie in NFL history.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. From midfield now, Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. They'll run it here with Pirine. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a carry for Pirine. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Pirine.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Samaje Perine, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Samaje Perine.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And the Bears offense making their way out now for their first drive with Justin Fields, the rookie from Ohio State, at quarterback.
And just a few years after the Bears made a big move at quarterback, taking Mitchell Trubisky, they did it again this year, moving from number 20 to number 11 in the draft to select Justin Fields out of Ohio State. This offense was just 26 in total yardage last year, so they needed some production. Justin Fields, 63 touchdowns.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of his... rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Von Bell, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick 6 last time out.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 125 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Fields now to throw.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down now. It's Montgomery, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Fields. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last year, up to make the play. Here's 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Pirine. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line.
Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal 1st.
Now Pirine. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate it.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Khalil Mack. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Quick slant caught by Chase.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll go to Pirine, trying to pound it in. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Samaje Pirine, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
So his strong 1st half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to get going again.
And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive. 12 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Off play action, Fields.
That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Play action. It's Fields.
Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
47 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Coleman, the first down and a little extra. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now it's Burrow.
Fires this quickly to Tate.
Touchdown! Auden Tate, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 28-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On first down, Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On second down, it's Coleman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now they hand off to Coleman. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Coleman. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
It's Coleman here, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Tevin Coleman. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Bengals open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, it's Fields. Finding Miller once more, complete. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Going deep this time for Miller. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Go wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. But Charles, for this offense, we take a look at the draft class here. They were looking for a playmaker, and they found one on the outside.
And the way teams are throwing the football nowadays, you can't afford to skip at the wide receiver position. I know that the slot guy is getting more attention now, but that guy in the perimeter, he makes you go.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We begin with a game that Coach Madden should probably shield his eyes from.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Fields. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. And we get a glance here, Charles, at his 2 touchdown runs.
And, partner, have you ever noticed that when someone scores a second time, they have a little bit of extra pep in their step? It's always, they're always fired up to score. But when you get in twice, it's almost like they're thinking, this could be the start of something really big.
Then you want number 3, right?
Oh, without a doubt. Go get it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now Burrow on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Still 15 yards to go, second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Able to find Higgins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Coleman now. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Coleman going to get it again on second down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Burrow will throw. Oh, great grab by Chase. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
They'll run it with Coleman. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Coleman. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. From the gun, here's Fields. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game, but that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
This is Coleman. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
2nd and 5 now. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
T. Higgins.
42 yards. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring the... one out. It's a touchback.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
57. Mike, 57. Here we go. Nice 57.
A shotgun snap, Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Graham.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Fields on 1st down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10. Now it's Fields.
Robinson's got it. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. First throw now for the backup, Allen. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. To the air, Allen. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Allen going to throw. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here. Oh, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. Williams, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Fields. And Graham's got it. Complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
From just shy of